Blindside, Rudder. Ah, beautiful pass. Put down by Ryder. Backwards it went, I thought. Referee says turnover anyway. This was the kick-off, and the breeze really caught the Bulldogs napping. Thus, Anasta had to charge up like a bull at a gate. Made the mistake. 7 metres into Dogs territory. Badeiras for Kennedy. Kennedy for Peden. 20 metres out from the line. Great run. Kennedy again, Rudder again, Bailey will score. Bailey's over, but they're going to look at it.
Makes contact with the ground. Fortunately, that body of a Bulldogs player doesn't help. He's lost it by that stage, but I think he scored beforehand.
No try. No drama. They take it up from the 40-metre line. Bulldogs end of the park, played by Grief. Parsons hammers it towards the centre of the ground, and he'll play the ball 28 metres out from the Dogs line. Badeiras, a big gap for Bill Peden, and a great tackle by Patton, not secured, and Peden to play the ball. Yawning gap for Peden. Now Rudder, Gidley trying to run the gap that was presented by the decoy. Here's Rudder. Now it's away for Tahu. Great pass. Albert's over. But Tamana, he got a tremendous ball away. 7 minutes gone. Newcastle 4. The Dogs yet to score. Look at that gap. I thought Peden would do it, but Luke Patton run him down, and then the try came.
Yeah, the only surprise with this try is it's taken so long. Great ball from Danny Badeiras to put Billy Peden away, and wonderful work from Tamana Tahu. He's a player who's struggling with some leg problems.
He's one of the sad stories of rugby league at the moment. Peden from the sideline, out in front of the uprights. 4-0, the home side leading after 8 minutes. This drop kick will be interesting. It's gone 50 metres on the fly, and Parsons goes back to them, and a 20-metre run by Matt Parsons. Good work. Taken down eventually by Darren Britt. Now Glenn Grief is 25 out from the Dogs line. It is 4-0 in favour of Newcastle, and here's this man again, Peden. 13 metres out from the blue and white line. Badeiras for Rudder. Rudder for Gidley. Price came out of the line. He beat him. He beat Polamatta. The ball with Bailey. Bailey with Ryder. Here's the Knight Rider. He's tackled 7 metres away from the Canterbury line. Play back for Badeiras. He goes for a short side play. And there is Peden again. Peden lays it on the ground. It came away off the hands of Bailey. Bailey gets it on for Gidley. Gidley steps up his right foot. And Gidley will be made to play the ball on 5. 9 metres from the line. To the right of the ground for Rudder, and Rudder away for Hughes, and Hughes puts in a lovely kick to Mana Tahu. No doubt. What a try. What a lovely kick from Mark Hughes. And Tahu gets the try. 12 minutes into the game. And
with the kind of defence that the Bulldogs play, they invite you to kick. They go too wide here. Comes to Mark Hughes now as we freeze it there. Let's just have a look. We've got a very straight line from the Bulldogs. The fullback is way over there. There is an enormous amount of space for Mark Hughes to select from. And Willie Tulare almost tripped in trying to turn. That gave Tahu an even greater opportunity to get to the football. Very simple, and very surprising it was so simple on the last.
So Peden now. This one is wide of the uprights. It had the length that time, but no change. Just 2 tries, 8-0. I think this might be their first worthwhile opportunity. The Dogs, and Nasta goes across and gives it back on the inside for Talau. Now it's Stephen Price, and Price is met by Kennedy. They haven't had very much tackling practice the Knights. They haven't had anything to tackle. Here's Mason. That's a good run. Plenty of fibre about it. And now from Trindle, they go across to Anasta. And then back for El Masri. Lurking around the ruck, and then El Masri looked on his outside. There was nothing. Blindside play again. Trindle rolls it in. They'll score. Talau gets the try.
He's onside.
Well, He's asked the question, was he onside? Touch judge said yes, points to the spot, and the Dogs do it easily.
Yeah, what you can do, we can do better. As Peter Sterling pointed out with a try to the Newcastle side, this time the Newcastle defence raced up quickly and Trindle read it beautifully. Very, very experienced player, Daryl Trindle. Just pops it in behind the line, realised the defence was up quickly. It was well read on the outside by Willie Talau, who comes through, plants the ball down. A try to the Bulldogs. They needed that after a very poor start to this game.
Hazem El Masri. He's put it out in front of the uprights. He's guided it in beautifully. Lovely kick. It is 8-6. Newcastle over the Dogs. Rudder with the restart. And big Darren Britt bringing it back. Losing Stephen Price. Price taken up the tunnel. I'll show you the problem with Price.
Speaking of problems, Ray.
There it is there, Pete.
Oh,
sorry for butting in. Have a look at that lump that came straight up on Stephen's head.
Well, there's a real problem out there for Newcastle with Glenn Grief. He was hurt trying to make a tackle a couple ago, and he's a passenger at the moment as Anasta fires the ball out wide to Patton.
Patton turning it on the inside for Howland. 25 away from the Newcastle line. And it's Feeney. I never thought I'd see him in a jumper other than one to the... Oh, Anasta! Anasta! Well, that looks so simple. Twice now the Dogs have got in behind the line with a simple kick. And there's been nobody there at all.
Well, just have a look at this, Ray. As Anasta, we freeze it there. That is Glenn Grief. Everybody else comes up. And as play continues, you can see Anasta has picked the way to kick. Grief does not come up. He is not well. And there was a big gap there. If Grief had come up with the rest of his players, I think that it might have been a tougher decision for Anasta to make to kick the football.
Yeah, good play here by Anasta too. He saw that the fullback, Mark Hughes, was coming across to cover where the previous try was scored. Hughes was getting across, expecting a kick for Talau and Howland on the outside. Anasta saw him at the back, making his way for the touchline, and then kicked back in behind the play of the ball. Hughes was wrong-footed, turns around, can't get back in time. He was covering the outside, and Anasta played inside. Good try.
Good work by Anasta, though. Now El Masri. He's had two, and he got them both. Beaton's had two and missed them both. 2 tries each, and it's a 4-point ball game to the Dogs. Donaldson. Bailey, a dummy half. Badeiras cuts out Newton. Kennedy's pass, I think, is forward, but it's allowed to go. Rudder will play the ball. Tackle 5 is gone. Down the blind for Kennedy. Goes off his right foot. Came off a hand. Now it's come off a Canterbury player who did not play at the ball. Albert's back with it. He'll have to kick. Albert puts the kick in. They're offside over in the centre of the park. Hughes is not offside. That bloke is, though. Referee man that didn't see it. Badeiras away for Tahu. Tahu puts it up in the air for Ryder. Ryder is tackled. That is a turnover. Well, they can boo all they like. In actual fact, it should have been a penalty to Canterbury. That's the pass that I thought originally might have been forward. It wasn't, but the kick from Albert has been taken by a player who was in front of him. That happened later in the exchange. Trindle, who's had a good first half. Patton's there to clean it up. Even the pace of Albert didn't get him there in time. The Dogs try and be too fancy. Badeiras and Hughes, and then Gidley. They come back to try and hurt them. Gidley will play it 15 out from the line. Badeiras down the blind side. Oh, the kick's too big. Half-time. 12-8 the Dogs over the Knights. At Marathon we take a break and we'll be back with you for the second half in just a moment. With the whistle blowing time on to the second half, and they go for a shallow restart. and they get the bat down. It's okay to play on, and the Dogs immediately come up with possession. Almost a replay of the start of the game for Newcastle. Dennis Scott that was, and now it is Price with the headgear on. He suffered a head injury in the first half. Trindle. Reardon also with the headgear on. He suffered a similar fate to Stephen Price. So Trindle passing away for Scott. And Newcastle immediately on the defensive. And Nasta hits the short side. Feeney is tackled very close to the line. I think I've seen so many headgears in first grade football. This is Reardon now. And the angle is provided for Darren Smith, who's tackled. In front of the uprights. To the right of the ground they come for Trindle. He rolls it in. They look for another one off the boot. I think he's got it. Clayton Nasta thinks that he's got it. If he has, it's his second try.
As Mark Hughes comes across to kick the football, no, Nasta, no problems whatsoever. Green light.
How often have we said this? Desperation wins football games. The ball's up for grabs. Canterbury or Knights, Canterbury get there first.
For Hazem El-Masri. And that looks good. Straight between the uprights. Straight over the dot. And here they come again, the Dogs. And a nice ball out the back. I think it was Scott who got it away. Feeney will play the ball close to the line. Scott is on the ground. And Trindle steps away. And Trindle is tackled a metre from the line on the turnover tackle.
It was a wonderful ball from Dennis Scott, but it was an equally good tackle by Sean Rudder. And Scott is still down. So too another couple of players after that last collision. Trindle is down. And Clint Newton receiving a little bit of attention as well.
Everybody okay as the game resumes now. Tahu! Zero tackle for Newcastle. Ryder keen to correct the slate. Hammered by Reardon. The kid's having trouble getting up. He does. Valiantly. Hughes. Feeney's working overtime in defence. It's been a quality effort by Feeney. Hughes is hurt as well. Newton just made a 50-metre run. Donaldson. Gutierrez. Your ball offering but not giving it. Kennedy. Kennedy's been a problem. Kennedy got it away. And Hughes is over. Beautiful work. Ben Kennedy the main. Mark Hughes has made the quickest recovery I've ever seen from a knee injury.
Well, Clint Newton, a wonderful bust, beating 2 and 3 defenders. And at the end of their set of 6, Ben Kennedy, who was extremely unlucky not to retain his position in the State of Origin side, attracts 3 defenders and somehow manages to get an arm free and put Mark Hughes under the posts.
Taking the kick from right in front. And oh, yes, he's got it. No, yes, yes, no, yes. 18-14 to Mana Tahu. There's the kick. There, and it's there. Trindle. A lofted pass out to Nasta. Took some zing out of the attack. He's a big boy, this fellow, Nasta. 5'8". Trindle tries to burrow over. And Nasta's a dummy half. Jointly, they've been the destroyers. Here's Feeney with a barge over try. Manda won't need any help here. It's as plain as the nose on your face. 22-14.
He really has come of age as an attacking player, Jamie Feeney. Got a couple in one of our television matches not so long ago, and really the Knights have paid the penalty for a really poor set of 6 following scoring the try. Sean Rudder, a particularly disappointing kick straight up in the air, gave possession away. Much too good a position for their opponents.
El-Masri Finally, he's going to take this kick. Crowd have been willing him to take a kick, and he's rubbed some salt into it. Converts again. 24-14 has them online. Badeiros and Kennedy combined. Kennedy takes it ahead. There he is, keeping it free, holding it up there, offering it like a big talon, hanging onto it, and eventually played. Rudder, high kick, up and down in the same spot almost. Howland went up, came down with the reward. The whippet's away. Tahu can't get him. Hughes is going in and out and away. Albert's running down. The Dogs attack inside the 20-metre line. Anasta knows he's got him beaten. And Feeney's in for number 2. Thank you, Mrs. Feeney, for the white headband. That's your boy.
Yeah, we know it's Jamie Feeney. As soon as he got the ball, we all looked at the headgear. It had the big white stripe on it. Great take by Howland. He really didn't have to play at that ball, but he backed himself. Went in and took it high. Good work here by Hughes to make him wait so that Albert could get back and support. Albert's the right winger. He's not in position. That's the way the Bulldogs go. Not bad defence there by the Knights, but they play the outside, and Anasta plays the short ball. And Feeney, with the white stripe on the headgear, plants it down.
He's got everything going with him today. There comes the kick. Here comes the kick. Oh, what a beauty. What a Bobby Dazzler. And they'll need plenty of advantages if they're to get back into this game. They're down 30 points to 14. Glenn Grief striding away from the tackle of Stephen Price. Now it is Gidley. Gidley to Kennedy. Badeiros away for Gidley. Long ball, cut out ball, Peden, Bailey, Ryder for the corner! He's there! Ryder scores in the corner. Canterbury are protesting.
Defence coming across, Ryder close to the sideline, but no, that is fine.
There's your answer. It is a green light, and Ryder pleases the Newcastle crowd.
Now, Manda has cautioned Daryl Trindle for the way he's racing up out of the line very, very quickly. Great hands there by Julian Bailey. El Masri came in, took the odds of making a ball and all tackle on his opposition centre. Bailey slowed down, realised he was coming, and got a nice catch and pass, and here's the kick.
And it's just dropped short. Peden was the kicker, 30 points to 18. Rudder's kick. Well placed by Rudder. Albert's after it. Howland tackled by Albert. Way back on his own line.
The crowd are going off here about some time wasting, but Darren Albert actually apologised to Brett Howland. He came in and I think caught him with an accidental knee or whatever. And the crowd here being particularly tough. That's a bad knee into the back, completely accidental, and that's why the winger apologised to his opposing winger.
Trindle plays the ball, and it's Darren Britt taken by Kennedy. He wants a part of everything, doesn't he, Kennedy? Here's Big Willie Mason, and 3 of the Knights go in to control him. Just inside the 20-metre line. This time there was Reardon. Reardon gives them a good 10-metre gain. And that is Sherwin, fresh from the bench. Hughes taking Albert with him, dummies to him, dummies to Tahu. And Talau makes the tackle on the halfway line. Bailey beats Sherwin. Intercept by Darren Britt. Darren Smith, tackled by Ryder.
Probably not the man we thought would come up with the intercept in the game. Big Darren Brett couldn't run too far with it, but nevertheless got possession for his team, and the Knights just running out of answers at the moment on how to break this Bulldog defence.
Britt again, come with me. 31 metres out from the Newcastle line with Braith and Astor having a field day. Sherwin for Mason. Mason. Look at the big bloke. Look at him go. Look at this. El Masri. He's over. He's over. It was laid on by Big Willie. The Big Willie. Stampeded and then gave it to little El Masri, trailing along like a faithful sheepdog.
And how often this year has Willie Mason done that in the last 15 or 20 minutes? There was Julian Bailey trying to keep the ball alive. Now two big men come together here, Willie Mason and Matt Parsons. And Big Willie takes the inside ball, comes to Matt Parsons, over the top. Mark Hughes, lovely sight for fullback, isn't it? And Ray pointed out how busy this little winger is.
21 in, 18 out, and Haslam has got it. Another converted try for the Doggies. 36-18. Patton. Feeney. Mason. Trindle. Sherwin. Geez, they've had some halves and 5/8s, haven't they? Here's Talau with a fend and a sprint. From the line. Howland. Sherwin. Kicking. El Masri will do it again. El Masri's over again. He's a super player. I don't think... Hello? What was that one? But I don't think we've put enough plays on this kid for a long, long time. He is just so worthwhile. He is so busy. He is so sincere.
Another try from a kick. El Masri infield calls for him. I don't know what this one. He had time to think about it. I think this may be a cannon.
It's a cannon. It's a bazooka. Righto. Anyway, he converts the bazooka. 42 points to 18. Barry Ward. Well, this bloke's been brave, hasn't he? He was concussed earlier by a Tamana Tahu bone jarrer. They took him straight to the shed, straight to the hospital ward. Mason makes a mistake. Knocked on. Scrum will go down. And then we had Stephen Price. Took him off with a big lump on his head. He's come back. He's been brave. 42-18. We're very close to full time. Well, I used the word at half time, and I don't think I need to resile from it. It's been an entertaining game. Certainly not out of the manual, but it's been entertaining. Tahu. One thing we've learned is that Newcastle, I don't think, are going to worry the big guns on grand final day unless Andrew's back and firing, bazookas and all. Simpson. Badeiras. Gidley. Peden. Away they go again. Oh, who wants to bet here? That's Ryder chasing El Masri. He's 6-4 on. He's 3's on. He's going to score. Again, the little fella.
And he hasn't reloaded the bazooka this time. Probably a little tired or out of bullets. I don't know what it is. But a grandstand finish here from the Bulldogs. 46-18 with the kick to come. And a pass gone wrong on their own line sees Newcastle Knights finish this game on a very poor note. They had numbers, needed a quick ball there. Peden popped it back on the inside, overrun. Now it's a foot race. El Masri and Justin Ryder. The little fella comes at him. Did he dive too early? El Masri shorting strides. He went too early. El Masri skips out of that one, puts it down over the line, and after a run like that, didn't have enough energy to load the gun and fire again.
What a great effort it's been. Newcastle almost looked like scoring at the other end. El Masri going almost the length A chance now to put his name in the record books alongside the man he has taken over from.
Siren has sounded. El Masri, oh, he's missed it. So at full time today, the Dogs 46 have beaten Newcastle 18.